Hi guys, it's me, Mr. Dan1268, otherwise known as the Dan, and today we're going to be starting a whole new series. We've got a couple of series. We've got the collecting series, we've got why to collect a console in 2026, and now we're going to go and head into the collecting tips and tricks. So this video is going to be about how to prevent damaging your disc-based games, especially in the case, and I'm going to show you what I do to prevent cracks and scratches, to prevent it on the disc and the case itself, especially here in Australia and PAL regions where the cases may be blue or they may have stickers on them that are related to the game. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. So let's go into the next part and I'll show you what you want to prevent and what I use to prevent. Okay, so this is the first collecting tips video. So I'm going to show you the first tip that I give to anyone that is retro collecting, especially disc-based consoles. And that's for you guys to go out and get yourself a binder like this, or you can get one like this. This is just a fun little novelty one that's got the PlayStation logo on the front. Now, why do I recommend putting your games in a binder? So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So there's a couple of reasons. So if I wanted to play games, I can have these all in one container, pull out the game that I want, put it back away, and I prevent opening the actual disc case, which is where you get cracks and you get hairline cracks. And then the disc case is useless. You either have to go and buy another one, or you could prevent the possibility of, the little spindles where you put your CD in or disc in. Sometimes they snap, and that can cause cracks on these discs as you move them, you shake them, or you may move house. That can actually scratch the shit out of these things. You can get replacement CD cases, of course, but the best thing to do is to maybe not try to prevent replacing them as much and keep the original cases as long as you can, especially in PAL regions where the actual PlayStation case is completely different to a regular CD case, which I'll show you in a moment. So let's go ahead and pop this away for now. Actually, you know what? We'll keep it open. I'm going to go ahead and add one of the games. I'll show you how I go ahead and add them to here. So what I'll do is, for example, we got AFL 99 here, back in Aussie Legends, mate, mullets included. So what I'll do is I would open up the disc. Now you can have it alphabetized too. You can get multiple of these disc cases as well. So I go ahead, pop the manual to the side. I go ahead and get the disc. I always make sure to check that there's no dust or anything on the disc. It's a little bit scratched, but it's not the worst. A little bit of smudges. What I recommend do, make sure you check the disc before you put it in here. Now, the good thing about the ones, you want to make sure you get ones got nice, soft kind of cloth backing so it doesn't scratch the disc. So we're just going to go ahead and pop the disc in here. So the disc's in there now. I would zip it up. I would go ahead and pop the manual over to the side, pop it away, and guess what? That's on your shelf. You now don't have to take it off the shelf, which means sometimes maybe you have stuff leaning against it, it might fall over. Now, the reason why I recommend this, especially from a PAL's perspective, is PlayStation 1 games, especially in PAL regions, they have this black bar that's on the side of the case. Now, a regular dual case doesn't have this. And you'd say, oh, there must be regular ones, but there's not. They always have this little black piece here, which I'll show you right here with Lilo and Stitch. So as you can see, it's got that little black piece. You can possibly find them, but I've never found them. So the reason why I recommend doing this is every time you open it, you cause damage. So we're going to go ahead and show you a couple of damaged games that I do have, that I've bought throughout the years. So that one there was a perfect example of one that's actually really well kept. Now, you'll see ones like this. So if you see Rugrats and you've got Lilo and Stitch here, you'll see the part that always snaps on these things is these hinges right here. You'll see snap there, snap there. Sometimes you may get people that weren't that crash hold of owners and they'll crack the top part of the case, which means you get cracks there. And once this front bit cracks, it's over. The whole thing would just eventually start to fall apart and you'll end up getting games where the disc cover is just a flap. So that's why I recommend you pop these in there. So we're going to go ahead and pop these two games into the binder. So we got Rugrats here. Might as well just put it on top because it's snapped probably years ago now. And what I'll do is I'll find a free spot. So we got free spots here. I'd go ahead and take the game out. And now the good thing is because the game case still holds together, we can just go ahead and pop it on there like that. And guess what? Doesn't really matter because the game's going to be on the shelf. So either you'll see the front cover or you'll see the side of the game. So that's a really easy way to prevent cracks to the case, which can cause damage to your discs. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go to the outro. This is just a quick, simple videos that are going to come out at least once a week. Anyway, I'll catch you guys over there. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for the video. So I've gone ahead and shown you how to prevent your games from looking like this and to keeping them looking like this. So it's just a couple of simple tricks. You can get those cases really super cheap. Just make sure they don't have screws on the inside of the case that are visible, as that can cause damages. You can probably get them pretty cheap at Kmart, Big W, Amazon, or even on Walmart, if you guys want to make sure you keep them safe, as these games are like 20, 30 years old. So that's going to do it for the video. Just make sure you go ahead and like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. Please go ahead and ring that bell down below so you get notified when your favorite YouTuber's on. And go ahead and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you want to go ahead and tune in to a stream, we stream 6 o'clock every night. If it's during the week, you'll get your Crash Bandicoot or a retro game. If it's on the weekend, you'll get a mix from Red Dead, and then a Sunday maybe a mix of Halo or another game that maybe someone may suggest. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. This is Mr. Dan1268, otherwise known as the Dan. Just remember, keep it retro.